All right, now I want to do the same thing we just did with Mars with Mercury. Okay, and what I want you to do, we're going to take, we could leave them all in there, and of course then it aggravates it, right? Now we got 2 witnesses instead of, or 3 witnesses instead of just the 1 or so every time we do this, you know, we add a dimension of intensity in that. But for now what I want to do is I want to take it just back to Mercury to keep it simple for now.
Okay.
And if we added Mars into that, of course, then we get a lot more conflict. We get, now we're bringing in what? A brother and a sister now, if you brought Mercury in, right? See that? Mercury. So in this case, it's just Mercury to the sun, the moon, and so you know we're dealing with conflict. So what's the moon to Mercury mean? Think about what would it cause to happen to the mind if these two are at war with each other. The emotions with Mercury, that would be what?
Well, the person's thoughts would be directed by their emotions, which would really not be. It wouldn't be rational at all. It would be emotional outbursts. And I think that the mother the home could have influenced their thinking in a negative way.
Good. Okay. I like that.
And
That's good.
you may have to take care of or protect your brothers and sisters because of life, and it would be a burden for you. Moon,
Okay.
taking care of
Good. Nurturing. Okay.
brothers and sisters.
Good.
You
Okay.
could have,
By the way, I like that. That's something that I think is a good interpretation that very often would never be seen.
yeah, and you
The
could,
potential of that is strong, yeah.
you could have health issues with your lungs.
Okay.
Okay, and you would be, you would have fears of doing things like writing, talking. You would be afraid to talk with the moon? No.
Well, because,
no,
well,
no,
the moon, let me say this, the moon can be, I think I said more about fear, but the moon can be timid, yes, okay, so it can show timidity, which might be there with Mercury.
Okay.
The main thing is that when you talk about the moon, Mercury is we're talking about emotional and mental confusion. Okay, you see, these two are battling each other. The emotions are the mind. Okay, and it also can be childish and foolish and what? Emotional response. Remember, I told you Mercury is that speech, communication. And the moon is the child in there, so you know we talked about that earlier. Okay, so so remember, what does Mercury rule as a person in a person's life? Who does it rule?
Who does it rule,
Yeah.
or what does it rule?
Who? What does Mercury rule in a chart?
Okay, it rules the ability to communicate.
That's not a person.
Oh, that's not a person. Your brothers and sisters?
Good. That's what I wanted you to say.
Okay.
So, and the moon rules your what?
Your mother?
Good. Yeah. So if they're at war with each other in a chart, what does that tell you? Maybe.
Right, that you fight with your
Who you fight? Who fights? There's conflict between who?
There's conflict between the mother and your brothers and sisters.
Possibly, right. Now you can't say brothers and sisters because they may not have any.
Okay.
But you don't know whether it's a brother or a sister, generally.
Right.
The only point I'm getting at is
siblings.
careful how you do this. I'm trying to get you to see and word things so that you can draw them out. Okay. By that I mean you don't know for certain, but you could say, generally when I see Mercury squaring the moon, there was a lot of conflict between a mother, your mother, and a sibling. You see that? Now that opens it up. It doesn't say brother or sister. A great amount of conflict between your mother and a sibling. Did you have a brother or sister who was constantly battling with your mother? And they will usually say yes. You know? See where I'm coming from? Now you see how I worded that?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it is the way you construct you present something to somebody. You allow them to express what it is, but you don't define it to the point that You're saying brother or sister. Why would you say brother or sister? Why not sibling? It incorporates potential for either one of them, right?
Okay, but wouldn't you yourself, because it's your chart, you weren't able to talk to your mother? She just wasn't someone you could really talk
Communication may have been good. Now I like that. See, that's another level. You took that well. So it could be inability to express your ideas and your thoughts very well to your mother.
Okay.
And that's good. I like that. That's when you're reading. I like that. Okay. Okay. Now, also, again, remember the moon is what else did I say your moon is?
Your moon is your home, your mother, your hidden emotions. You like stuff them.
Okay. You sow a thought, you reap a what? An act. You sow an act, you reap a what? A habit.
What? Oh, habits?
You sow a thought, you reap a act. You sow an act, you reap a habit. You sow a habit, you reap a character. You sow a character, you reap your destiny.
I don't know that, by the way.
Good. Emerson. Okay. So the moon is your habits. Why? It's what you planted in that subconscious that is acting out all the time. So what's in conflict with your habits?
Your thinking.
Good. Your thoughts and habits are in conflict.
Okay.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. You got that. Okay. The very worst meaning of this aspect can be an emotional and mental breakdown. That would be an extreme explanation of that. But it's essentially, it can represent immaturity in speech and thinking. Immaturity, okay? Remember, moon, always immature. It's the child in us, always remember that, okay? When afflicted, it tends to manifest that way, okay?
Okay.
All right, so, okay. So, we've done these planets, and these are all in your workbook for you to go back over. Go back into your workbook. I want you to get this page here.
I know, but you know what? I think I accidentally tossed that when I was putting my new book together. I went looking for it after,
Okay,
because I took out the pages.
Yeah.
I opened it all up,
okay.
so I think I don't have it in there.
Well, we'll get you another one. Don't worry about that. So, the
Sorry.
bottom line is this is the crux of understanding and wisdom when it comes to astrological interpretation. And the deeper you can carry this from the very surface meanings, the mental and emotional, to the physical, to the environmental, you see where you're going. You're carrying it all the way back to early childhood. And whenever you look at the moon, remember you always look at the early childhood. Okay? Mars squaring the moon, afflicting the moon, there's been a lot of hurt to that child. Right?
Yes.
Think
Physical.
Could be physical.
Could be physical that created an emotional hurt.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to remember that the moon is the child. So when when you're looking at it, and you want to talk about that childhood, you're seeing things there that are really deeply embedded in the soul of that individual, and that's had its mark, left its mark. Mars marks, leaves a mark. Okay, and so if you had Mercury squaring the moon, the early childhood could have been somehow in great amount of conflict with a brother or sister that was in that home already. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Another child that was, especially Mars involved, could have been a child that was harmful to that boy as a baby, And a lot of things happen to us when we're very, very little that we don't recall, we don't have memories of, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, all right, so since we got Mercury up there, let's take Mercury and let's put it in affliction and square or opposition to Saturn now. Since we've done these, let's take this out of here.
Okay.
Okay, we could do Saturn to the moon, which is another thing we could do, we might do now. But let's just say that we've got Saturn, I left that open too long, dried out on me. So,
Saturn square Mercury.
yeah, okay. So if you have Saturn square Mercury, give me some ideas of what it might mean. I got it, Saturn square Mercury. Okay? That's what we're going to read right now. Saturn square Mercury.
Saturn square Mercury may be prone to depression.
Very good. Why?
Because Saturn could indicate depression.
Okay.
Mercury is how you think. because it's Saturn. It could be the father that brought. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just lost it all here. Okay,
Sometimes that happens.
that's how you sit down.